Hey guys, hope we're all well, hope we're all good in the hood. And today's video, I said yesterday I'd be doing like a top 5 videos, a few top 5 video series I'm going to bring to this channel now. I thought, it's a good way to add some content and add some insights and some of my experiences that I've done over the years. And today's my top 5 countries I've been to. And I think when it comes to this list, this is a way of me saying that the top 5, like my experience I've had in those countries over the years. Some I've been to more than once, and it's just, there's not necessarily anything to say that these countries are better than or anyone's better. It's just the experiences and the time I had over there really kind of touched me and kind of made me think, oh, that was awesome. I'd love to go there again and experience that. Or I've been there quite a few times and I've always thought that was awesome. I've never had a bad holiday or a bad experience while I've been there. To get on the list, the first country is Spain. And when I say Spain, I mean the islands as well, which I've been to. So like islands like Minorca, Tenerife, Lanzarote, and of course mainland Spain as well. So it's kind of all in one big collective. For me, that's how I want to do it. Disagree or whatever, but Spain for me, and the Spanish islands as well, always had a good time there. Obviously the weather's great, always helps, but the food as well. Always had good experience with food and the supermarkets, and it's always been like fresh food. I've always been impressed with the fruit, and everything's all laid out good. And the beaches and the people, it's just never really had a bad experience. But I think Barcelona was one of the trips that really hit me. It was a really good city and food was out of this world, really amazing. Not really one bad meal there, to be honest. And it was hot. It was in summertime, and it was just a really good time. People really friendly, and as you can imagine, it's a city, so it's kind of wild at the same time. Some different experience for different people, but from the most part, people are really friendly, and it was definitely a good vibe. And then obviously I went to Tenerife beginning of 2020. That was really good. It was really hot. It was winter in here, and just winter in the UK, and just need a winter break. Tenerife, I know it's always hot there, so went there for a few days. It was really good. It's fairly big island, actually, bigger than what I imagined it to be, because I think I have been there when I was younger, but as of recently went there. It was awesome place. Locals really friendly, good vibe as well, people from all over, and yeah, it was really nice break, and I can recommend it. It's, a lot of people say it's like Britain abroad, and it is in some places, but there is quieter areas if you want to have a bit of a peaceful holiday, and you can go into the boomer, the packed, more hustle and bustle areas aren't too far. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking out Spain. Spain's got a lot to offer, like, the capital, not the capital city. The capital city of Spain's Madrid, but one of the second biggest cities, I believe, is Barcelona. Definitely worth. And also I want to hit up Ibiza at some point, which I've not done, and was planned to go to Marbella, but that didn't happen. But yeah, Spain's a good vibe. Recommend it. And if you know some of the language as well, which I know a few words, help get you by, definitely recommend Spain. And the next one is America. Went there about 10 years ago now, and so I definitely do a visit again at some point, but went to Florida. I went with the family, and that was a great experience. We had rented a car, and we went to some of the Disney spots. Went to like Xcaret, some of the water parks, Universal Studios, Clearwater Beach. And from what I remember, that was a really good trip. We was there for 2 weeks. I think, to be honest, even 2 weeks was a little bit on the short side. It was enough, but probably could have done with that extra week, because it was a jam-packed holiday. But obviously America's a huge place, so I only went to Florida. I definitely would like to check out some other areas in America at some time. in the future, I think Texas is on my hit list, maybe New York, and maybe LA and San Francisco and areas like that. Yeah, America definitely is a huge country and would recommend checking out, and definitely somewhere I want to get to again. And the next one is, this is number 3. And these are 2 in 1, because this was one kind of travel destination when I was younger. What I did, 2 countries I went to was Brazil and Argentina. So now I can't really separate them. I couldn't really, because it was all one big trip, and I don't think it was fair to kind of separate the both, which one's my favourite. I really cannot say, because I didn't visit them I did visit them individually, obviously, but it was all in one big trip. It was one for a 3 weeks trip. And that was awesome. I was like 15 at the time, 15 going on 16. But yeah, I was lucky enough to accompany my stepdad at the time on a business trip. I have to say it was awesome. Met some really great people. It touches my heart, because there was some really great people, like just really friendly. And the one thing to take away is, though, the steak is awesome meat. If you want to, honestly, best steak in the world, I don't care, go to Argentina or Brazil, either one. Awesome bit of meat they offer there. I have to say it is fantastic. And yeah, it wasn't really like a beach holiday or anything, because it was their winter, so it was fairly cold. It was more colder in Argentina. It was about 17-18 degrees in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, where I went. I went to Buenos Aires in Argentina, and out to some of the other areas as well, which I failed to remember. But it was a great place, and I definitely would love to go at some point. Visit, Brazil, probably Rio or somewhere, in Argentina, maybe Buenos Aires, maybe when it's slightly warmer, for sure. Definitely somewhere I want to hit up. But Brazil and Argentina, definitely a great place, and I couldn't recommend it enough. The next place was 2018. In the beginning of 2018, March, around about this time, I was planning to go to Canada. And Canada was a great place. Really enjoyed that, really great experience. Did some very different things. Went skydiving, cave diving, flew on a water airplane, but it was but apart from all the experiences, like the people there were really friendly, especially like it was different in Montreal. It was almost like I was in France, because it was like a French Canadian area. They speak primarily French, to be honest, not English, so it's kind of like weird, like you think, they speak like Canadian or something, but they don't. And they still do speak English, well, primarily it's French, and they were really friendly people. And on the other spectrum, the west side of the country in Vancouver, we lost there, was a great place. Very clean city, very friendly people, lots of big Asian population, lots of Chinese there, but really great place, and couldn't recommend it enough. It's great, very vast. Was on a bit of a road trip. I might actually drop a few videos in this, few clips of the trip in this video. But yeah, Canada I can't recommend enough. It's a huge place, beautiful scenery. I have to say, some of the best scenery I've ever seen. Huge mountains. And just honestly a great old good time, and very clean in some cities what I visited, I have to say. And you just very, very friendly, very relaxed people as well, and everybody's just open to a conversation, and hey, you're from England, and very good hospitality, I have to say. And the next place, which might come to a surprise to some people, because they might have thought it might have been Canada or some other country, but for me it has to be the number one place I've been to and had lots of memories there, and been to there numerous times, was Greece. And I'm talking about Greece, the Greek islands as well. And I've been to Zante, I've been to Rhodes, I've been to Corfu, I think I've been to some of the others, Crete, so that's like half Greek, half Turkish island. And have to say, my sister got married there, I've been there with a few of the lads, so I just had some amazing memories there. And Greece for me is like, I've just the locals are just probably some of the friendliest people. Really friendly, really like just upbeat, happy, unconditional, giving kind of friendly attitude. And I just have to say, I've never really had any bad predicaments with the Greeks. Really, just always been really friendly, and have to say I couldn't recommend going to Greece enough. And the food is always nice, always Greek salads and a gyros wrap. Just it's good. And the weather, of course, is always hot, always awesome weather, and really generally nice beaches. So I've never had, cannot really say I've had a bad travel experience, a good bad holiday in Greece. So for me, that's why Greece had to be number one, because I've been there quite several times and always had a positive experience. And like I say, been there with my friends quite a few times. My sister got married there. Never had a bad experience. And I think it's just the weather as well. Like, it's generally hot predominantly all year round. It gets a bit cooler on the winter. I always like hot places, really do. Vitamin D you get from the sun, and just walking around, warm, getting a tan. There's nothing better. For me, that's why it probably is one of the main reasons why it is number one. Because unlike Canada, it does have its warm season, but sometimes it's a bit like here, the weather over there, it's a bit hit and miss. But with Greece, and same with like Spain, it's just hot, and I do really like hot countries. It's like taking a dip in the pool, walking around. There's nothing better. I'm in my happy place when there's warm weather involved. You don't have to be belting hot, just warm enough, like 25 plus onwards. Always feeling good. Like I say, I remember when I went to Spain last year, I went to Tenerife. I felt really amazing coming back. I had that warm weather, felt good, man. I was like ready to hit 2020 hard, and then obviously the beer bug happened. That's another video topic we can talk about. But yeah, man, Greece is a good old time, and honestly, never had a bad holiday in Greece. So couldn't recommend it enough. Great locals, great scenes, it's a good vibe, and the food is, I've always had a really good meal there. So cannot complain. But yeah, let me know what your top 5 destinations are, where you've been, top 5 countries. I am interested to know. Drop down in the comments. Maybe you disagree on this list. Maybe you thought, oh man, I thought you would have put that destination at number 1 or something. I have to say, maybe I could have named a few honourable mentions, but them for me are the ones that really hit the heart, where I've had a thought, yeah man, that was a great experience, and definitely like to visit there again. Greece, I've visited there must have been 7 times altogether. But we'll leave it there, guys. Hope you all have a great day, and I will see you for tomorrow's vid.